Before they became known as polymetric metal pioneers, Meshuggah were technical thrash titans, and Fredrik was laying down tasty fusiony leads like this one from Cadaverous Mastication. Hey there kids, and welcome to Weekend Wankshop. Here's the good buddy, Uncle Ben. Anybody that knows me knows Meshuggah is one of my absolute favorite bands of all time. Their early use of 7-string guitars and of course all their crazy rhythms have always had a huge impact on me and my playing. But a lot of people haven't heard their first full-length record, Contradictions Collapse. It's quite a lot different from the modern Meshuggah sound, and it's really more of like a super technical thrash record with all kinds of great fusiony leads all over it. This week's lick takes place about 5 minutes and 40 seconds into the song Cadaverous Mastication, and uses two-handed tapping for some cool fusiony phrasing. But before we get into it, let's hear it again at stepdad speed. Like everything else on Contradictions Collapse, this is tuned down a half step. You can play it on a 6-string tune to E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. You don't have to have a 7, but it doesn't hurt. This lick takes place over some cool chord changes too. It's like B, C sharp minor, and C. Those chords don't all fit in the same key together, so that's how we get some of those cool sort of shifting modal sounds throughout there. This lick is all tapped, so no pick is required. What you're going to do to start off with is to hammer down the 5th fret on the B string with the left hand. It's not plucked or anything like that, it's just hammered down quickly. Kind of a left hand tap if you want to look at it that way. So you hammer on 5, hammer on 7, and then tap 12 with the right hand like that. So now we got 5, 7, 12. After that, what you're going to do is to move the left hand up 2 frets. You're still holding down this 12 from earlier. Pull off to 7, hammer on to 9, tap 12. So it's kind of like 5, 7, 12, 7, 9, 12. Next lick sounds like this. All these notes we're playing are taking place in the B major scale because that works over the first 2 chords. So what you're going to do for this lick is you're going to hammer on fret number 4, 5, 7, tap 12, pull back off to 7, pull off to 5, pull off to 4. So basically what we've done is we've kind of done this 4, 5, 7, tapped on 12, and walked back down that scale again here. After that, hammer on 5, hammer on 7, tap 12. So basically we've just gone up and down. After this, you're going to release and pull off to 7, slide up to 9. This last lick here is really cool and kind of challenging too. This is where the chord part changes to a C, so in response to that, he's changed it to kind of a C Lydian scale over top of it. What we're going to do to start this off is to hammer on the 7th fret B string, 8th fret B, 10th fret B, tap on 12, pull back off to 10, pull off to 8, pull off to 7. So that was, again, pretty much just straight up tapping, straight down. After this, we're going to change to the 9th fret on the G string here. I use my 4th finger, tap on the 12th G, pull back off to the 9. So now we have, after this you're going to pull off to 7, pull off to 5, hammer on to 7, tap 12, pull off to 7, pull off to 5, and then lastly slide down to 4 to the B note. So all together that'll sound like this. One of the real challenging things about two-handed tap licks like this, where you have to change strings in the middle of them, is the actual changing string part. Now here's what you want to really concentrate on. The last note on the B string is the F sharp right here in fret number 7, right? You're going to hold that down until the nanosecond that this finger strikes down the G string fret 9, the E note. You can't let there be a gap like that. So you'll hear the B string like that. You'll hear this unintentional pull-off sound. Nor can the notes overlap. So it gets really messy sounding. You don't want that. Again, you've got to hold this finger down until the very nanosecond that this finger strikes down the 9th fret G like this. Also, I want you to be sure to really watch your timing with this, because whenever you're doing tapped stuff and legato stuff, it's really easy to rush and get ahead of the beat and get sloppy with it. Fredrik's legato and like Alan Holdsworth's legato and Tom Quayle's legato is really punchy and it's really rhythmic, you know? It's just as rhythmic as like Paul Gilbert's picking or something like that, where everything is a straight 16th note or whatever. It's got a really rigid, punchy, rhythmic feel to it, which is what makes this stuff sound so cool. I would even say it's a great idea to set up a metronome and try to play this totally in time with it. Myself, especially at those lower tempos, I tend to kind of rush and play ahead of the beat whenever I'm doing legato stuff and not, you know, physically picking every note. So definitely be sure to practice that kind of stuff with a metronome. See if you're keeping time. Thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BenEllerGuitars. Also, do me a favor and go like my new Facebook fan page over on facebook.com/UncleBenEller. Also, you can drop me an email and we'll talk about booking some one-on-one Skype lessons sometime. You can hit me up at BenEllerGuitars@gmail.com. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for another sick lick next week. Cheers.